At the edge of Mount Hagen, Christina Agil begins harvesting potatoes from her gardens. She's one of thousands of potato farmers in the Western Highlands who grow food both for her family's consumption and for sale. Christina's family owns large portions of land. And like many parts of Papua New Guinea, land is key to any family's food security and economic success. While many previous governments have talked about the importance of agriculture, farmers like Christina Agil still get no support from government agencies.
200 na 300.
This is a typical agricultural setting in the highlands of Papua New Guinea. One family plants cacao, another plants potatoes or another crop. And about 15 meters away, Leonie Doctor has a large cabbage patch. This is how she makes her money. About 400 kina every week if there's an oversupply, and nearly 1,000 kina if the demand is high and the buyers come to her doorstep.
But so time I miss a big la profit. Now all buyers house also come time. I'm also can buy him house, so you miss a good la money. Na sample time you got money number. I'm miss a cat in the car go down lay. Most peanut is like I miss a double money.
Only if you spend time talking to the farmers you get to understand that Papua New Guinea's international media label as the, quote, impoverished Pacific and Southeast Asian nation may be just limited to urban centers. In the Western Highlands, food security is not their primary concern. They are more worried about their ability to sell the surplus. In fact, Christina says a lot of the food gets wasted or sold at very low prices because there's simply too much of it.
So no got aplos ali mem also antes establo granas a sting. Plan de que tomas na.
Time pump. I go down 20 kina, 15 kina, 16 kina. And already I'm plus 40 kina. Now I come down 30 kina.
What many people don't get is that each farming family has a weekly income that sometimes exceeds the legal minimum wage paid by the manufacturing companies and the oil palm industry. It's money they generate themselves. But most importantly, they have the means to produce the food for the rest of the country. Their biggest challenge, however, is the reliable linkages or lack of it between the growers and the consumers in places like Lae and Port Moresby.
Western Highlands produce when people produce similar there's not too many markets available lo own look blomi inside the province. The only market that serves the producers lo province the Mount Hagen main market. When all producers, especially local producers inside the Western Highlands, suppose all lucky ones, all carry more bulk of their produce to Moresby or Lae or where demand is.
We've stopped by the roadside at Kagamuga to speak to cacao buyers preparing for their weekly run to Lae. The vegetable trade is a complex, largely unsupported yet super vital part of Papua New Guinea's economy. Joshua Mott, cacao grower, tells me that he spends at least 8,000 kina on transport and other costs. That money stays in the hands of Papua New Guineans. It doesn't leave the country.
Almost 4,000. Sometimes good time it was good money. When I'm back up them. Good money is the one full container almost 21,000 full 220 bags. Also salad 21,000, I'm 20,000. So it was losing almost 8 or 9,000 and plus like profit I'm like 10 or 9,000 income.
This is part of the economy that is largely controlled by Papua New Guineans for their own benefit. 2 provinces away in the Eastern Highlands, Akukulo provides more evidence that agriculture needs to be supported in a big way. His village makes about 15,000 kina a week exporting cacao to Port Moresby. His brother Natu built a house using the money that came from cacao sales alone.
So now you and medium cacao now misalim ya wambla 18 bags misalim so I'm coins mixing lo desla. I'm by me by window blow me When we put him inside, then we put all plywood, all something finish.
Lo ia mi bla karam go down lo lay go down straight long consort sipin. Sambla mi bla lo Bismarck sipin. Mi bla karam go emsa sana sip solution Sunday go emsa come up lo teste Friday lo Mosby.
When the food gets to lay, each bag costs between 50 and 70 kina. The bad roads contribute to the increase in the price of food. The government has announced new reforms that may transform agriculture, and that includes 3 vice ministers under the agriculture minister. But the biggest concern for farmers is the cost of shipping and the poor state of the Highlands Highway.